Dumfries, Virginia is really the gateway to Northern Virginia. So we are about 30 miles from Washington, D.C., and the town is directly located on US Route 1. It's also bounded by Quantico Creek. And so these are major waterways and interstate highways that provide unique access throughout the Commonwealth of Virginia.
Town of Dumfries in Virginia is the oldest continuously charted town in Virginia. It was charted May 11, 1749 on Quantico Creek because of its deep water harbor, which gave us access to have tonnages of tobacco, all types of good that was able to go in and out. Actually, we rivaled Philadelphia, Baltimore, and New York with the tonnage of tobacco that used to leave town of Dumfries. What makes Dumfries a unique place for people to live is its access and proximity to Washington, D.C., right? Washington, D.C. is 25 miles up the road. So you have access to airports, you have access to waterways, the Potomac River is right there. You have access to national parks right around us, Prince William Forest Park, Quantico Museum, you have access to military bases, you have access to beaches and everything around. It's centrally located as a destination place for people to live because they can get to a lot of other places very, very quickly. As far as business is concerned, we're bringing in businesses right now over the last 2 or 3 years that's going to bring in an additional 1,000 jobs to this community. Dumfries is only 1.6 square miles, so the walkability, it's almost like a Cheers type of neighborhood. You want to go where everybody knows your name. And so that's what makes Dumfries unique in its characteristics. And it really gives you the vibe of the old Dumfries. And so when you actually see the new Dumfries, it's the old Dumfries rediscovered.
Dumfries is a very diverse community, but it's the community that's willing to accept and adapt to change. I find that the community here is very flexible and really welcoming the change and the progressive upward movement that's happening here now.
Currently in Dumfries, we have a lot of projects underway. The biggest infrastructure project is our Route 1 Fraley Boulevard widening project. The widening of Route 1 will serve 3 purposes. It will eliminate a bottleneck on Route 1. It will serve as an overflow for 95, and it will give the town back its main street. People will now have a main street that will be able to walk to, have shops and restaurants that they'll be able to utilize without having to face that traffic that currently exists on that federal highway.
The Rose has come in, Colonial Downs Group has been a great partner. They have a $500 million project that they're building that's gonna be over 300 rooms. It's gonna be a 1,800 machine type gaming facility, a 250 seat sports bar. You're talking 8 restaurants, 1 fine dining, and a sports bar. Developers were lined up trying to buy up property when they heard that we were bringing in a new Main Street. And so we have new developers coming in that wants to build mixed-use type community. We have Highland Park that's being built. We have Pillared Community Center that's about to be built and developed over there. And so there's a lot of great energy and momentum that's happening in Dynasty. Right now is a perfect time to partner and do business in the town of Dumfries.
The local government's goal is to be excellent, simply put. And that extends not only to residents, but also to stakeholders, to our visitors. And that has been exemplified by us receiving the Distinguished Budget Presentation Award from the Government Financial Officers Association. This past year, we were able to provide a tax abatement to our residents who saw property values increase significantly over the past tax year. And you can also point to us navigating the pandemic, where we've transitioned numerous services online and remote, and we continue to provide those services despite those pandemic impacts without fail. So those are just a few examples of how we are committed to providing the best service to residents, businesses, and visitors.
There's still a lot of people who live here that have been here for years, and they really care about the town. And they really look forward to the town bringing itself up to meet the demands and the technology in the world that exists around us. And it makes them want to live here, and it makes them want to hopefully continue to work here so that it really becomes a better sense of community. I've never been to a small town in the middle of such a big urban area that has such a big sense of small town community.
I'm excited to see Dumfries continue to grow. I'm excited to see the change that's going to take place, even the way that our community looks in the future, how Dumfries will continue to grow and continue to offer things that make us Destination Dumfries.